Today I will show you how to do this interesting photo manipulation. So let's start. Hi guys, my name is Nemanja Sekulic and welcome to another fun and creative episode. Today we will have a lot of fun creating this interesting image. It will be a really easy tutorial, so let's jump straight into Photoshop and let's have fun. Alright guys, today we will have fun with these two images, this girl over here and those flowers over here. We will use just one flower, maybe this one we will see. And first thing what I want to do here is to crop this image just a little bit, because I don't need the whole image. Okay, something like so, and maybe to crop this part. Let's leave it like this for now. Alright. The next step will be to extract her out of the background. So let's use a quick selection tool and just quickly select the parts that we want to stay. Like so. Here it's really fast process because we have a white background and maybe I want this, maybe I don't want, we will see later. But for now, let's have it. And now we can go here and we can go here and refine selection. We can go to select and mask, and if you have an older version of Photoshop, you have refine edge here. Okay, let's go to refine edge dialog box or refine and mask and just refine this a touch like so. Okay, this is pretty much okay here. Let me see these parts here. I want better selection here. And here too. Okay, this and this, like so, and just this part a little bit more. Yeah, it's okay for now. Let's do this too. Right, it doesn't need to be so perfect, but it's okay. Let me see what we can do with the skin here. It's okay, and maybe this part here and this part here. Not bad. Then let's do this part here too. Okay, like so. All right, let's say okay here, and let me see. If we are satisfied with that, just press on the mask icon here to mask that, and then we will use solid color layer and let's use some bright color, like so. Let's change it just to see the results of selection. It's not so perfect, and we can always go to the mask here, use a brush, black for, let me see, just 80. Yeah, 80 is okay. Black for reducing the selection, like so, and white brush for adding the parts that we want to be selected in the image. All right, let me see, it's not so crucial now to have a great selection, but we will make something nice, right? Something like so. Okay, let's do something like so for now. And yeah, let's refine this a little bit. Let's make this smaller, and let's do something like so. Okay, we can spend a lot of time here, but we won't spend for this tutorial. We can always go back and refine some edges. Let's just clean this part a little bit, because it's a little bit distracted for me now. Okay, and let's clean this. Okay, let's go down here and clean this and this part in between. All right, and let me see, let's erase this and bring back some parts here. Okay, let me see, overall it's really good. Let's bring back the white background for now. All right, that's perfect. I want to duplicate this just to have it as a backup. Let's name it backup. and let's deselect it. What I want to do here with this one, I want to apply mask on it. Just right click and say apply layer mask. And now we have her selected out of the background. All right. The next step will be to cut her head in half. And you can cut it as ever you want, wherever you want. I will do something like so and something like so. I don't know, this is just, let me see. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's not, we will see. And then go to the layer, new layer via cut, like so, or Shift Control J or Shift Command J on a Mac. And now we have two separate layers. As you can see, it's not so bad at all. All right, first we will bring up this one a little bit, and let's lower. Let's name this lower part. Okay, and let's name this upper part. Like so, nice. And let's create one layer between those two layers. And let's name it, I don't know, color part. It's not creative at all, but I will put it even down below. I will make now another selection here. Yeah, I will do something like so. Okay, and then I will press and hold Shift and add a little bit for the hair here, and I will add this part that it's missing. And it's okay if I put it a little bit below, because with Alt or Option key you can remove the parts that you don't want to be here in selection. I will put this below this lower part, and that's okay. All right, let's use this eyedropper tool and just choose some color, some darker color of the skin, maybe this one, and just fill it with Alt or Option key and backspace. Just fill it this selection. All right, now we can paint with the brush and refine that a little bit. If you're not satisfied with that, let's make a layer mask, and with the black brush we will remove some parts, something like so. Let me see, that's nice. And let's remove a little bit this part where the hair is, just to make a little bit tinier, like so. That's really nice. Let me see, before and after, that's really nice. The next thing what I want to do is to maybe make this a little bit brighter, and I will clip this curve adjustment layer to this color part, right, and make this a little bit brighter. And I can even make it a little bit desaturated with the hue and saturation adjustment layer. Clip it again and make a little bit desaturated, something like so. We can always change the color and play with that, etc, etc. All right, the next step will be to choose one of the 5 flowers that we have in next image, to extract it from the background and to bring back to the first image. So let's do that. All right, let's choose one of these five flowers. I will choose this one because I think it's the best for this image. All right, let's use quick selection tool and just quickly select this flower, just the part of the flower, because we actually don't need the whole flower. Maybe just, not that. Yeah, that's pretty much okay. Go to select and mask, or if you have a earlier version of Photoshop, go to the refine mask dialog box and just refine a little bit those edges. Of course, you can always use another method, some other method, how to extract the flower from the background. You can use, for example, pen tool and trace it, or you can use maybe magic wand, or you can go play with the alpha channels, etc, etc, and just refine that. All right, let's make a mask and let's refine some parts with the white color, like so. Let me see, here it's pretty much okay, and here it's pretty much okay too. Let's just erase this part here I don't want, and we can just refine this a touch. That's just really a preference, because you don't want to do that if you don't want, but I want to have a little bit cleaner selection, something like so. It's nice. Let me see. Yeah, the flower seems good. Right now we can go here and say apply a mask, and then let me see, go to this layer, yeah, this document, and just with the move tool move to this document here. That's nice. Let's name this flower. Okay, and press Ctrl Command T to make the flower smaller. We have some parts here, and that's why this selection is so big. I will use the eraser tool and just erase everything from here. Let's press Ctrl Command T again. That's nice. And we have some parts here. Okay, Ctrl Command T, right. Let's flip this flower horizontally like so, and then rotate it something like so, and I will put the flower somewhere here. For example, you don't need to put in the same place, just experiment and put where you think it's best for your needs. All right, and let's say okay. Okay, now I want to change the shape of this flower handle. How to do that? Well, we will use a Puppet Warp tool. If you're not familiar with Puppet Warp tool, please look at my previous tutorial here. Here's the link, and find out how the Puppet Warp tool works. It's really powerful and great tool in Photoshop. All right, I will first expand this a little bit like so, then I will use more points and hide the mesh, and I will put 1 point here, few points here, because I don't want this flower to move at all, and then I will move the handle like so. Let's move it back, and then here I will rotate it a little bit, but this is too much. Like so, maybe to rotate it even more, like so. Let me see. This is just shape. You can change it. This is shape that I like to make, something like so. And let's move this up a little bit, this down a little bit, and tweak it. You can tweak it with the arrow, right? Like so. Okay, that's nice, and maybe to move this even more, like something like so will be good. Right, press OK or click on the handle here. That's nice, and now we need to mask this. First, let's make a layer mask here on the flower layer and load the two selections. First will be from the upper part, and the second will be from this lower part. Hold the Control or Command key and the Shift and just load another selection too. Okay, now use the brush with the black color and just paint on the parts you don't want to be in the scene, like so, and like this part here. That's really nice. But yeah, I don't need this part here too, and for that I will use this color part. Press and hold Control or Command key and just click on that and remove from that part too. That's nice. Now we have the impression that flower is going through this part here between the head, and then it's going below the head over there. And we will duplicate this flower. Let's duplicate it. Let's remove layer mask by clicking delete layer mask, right? And I will use just the handle part. I will use the lasso tool and just select the handle, Control Command J, and delete the flower copy layer. Let's name this handle. Okay, and I will use this handle, Control Command T to rotate it, put it here to make the impression that this handle is going through the hair somewhere here, like so. And we can rotate this even more with Edit and Puppet Warp tool, right? Put one here, and rotate it even more, like so. And we can actually leave it here, or we can tweak it a little bit more. It's your own preference. I will leave it like so, and then make a layer mask, load the selection from lower part, like so. Go here and with the black brush, just erase these parts here and deselect it. And with the white brush, just, whoops, with the black brush again, sorry, just clean this up a little bit, and with white brush, paint it back. I will use maybe 30% opacity just to paint this a little bit more here, like so. And let's make impression that it's going here. You can tweak this layer mask, make a softer brush, and just play with this. But because this image won't be so detailed, I will leave it like so. That's nice. Then I will use again brush and a little bit harder, 100% opacity, and I will delete this part of the handle because I don't need it, and I will a little bit reshape it like it's the end of this handle, something like so. And of course you can erase this part where is the wire here and reshape it a little bit more, something like so, and erase this, and you can leave it like so. Like this is a long handle and it's wavy going around the head and through the hair. That's really nice. All right, the next step will be to go and paint the shadows in the area between the head, right, between the upper and lower part, and to make the shadows from the handle too. All right, let's go and do that. For that, we'll make another layer, name it shadow. Okay, and I will put here below the flower, and that will be a shadow from the flower. But before that, I want to make, let me see here, I want to make the shadow for this part here. For that, I will use curves. Okay, I will make this a lot darker, like so, and put this in luminosity blending mode because I don't want this to be saturated, something like so, and then fill it with black, or just invert the layer mask. Okay, then go here and use this gradient tool, use white color, and use gradient tool white to transparent. Okay, and just paint, yeah, I will use this linear mode and just paint here something like so. It's too much, let me see, maybe like so. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, something like so. Or if you don't like this, you can do different type, like use a pen tool and just make shadow go something like all over here. And let me see, oops, sorry, let me see, just make selection all around. Okay, and fill it with white or paint it with white. That's nice. And go to the layer mask here, double tap on that and feather this a little bit. Let me see, something like so perhaps. All right, and now we need to make the shadow from this handle. Let's go up. Okay, this is the shadow here. Let's select the handle here, and yeah, or we can paint it. Just use this color, for example, and use multiply blending mode and just use harder brush, something around 80 or so. That's nice. Make it smaller like this, and just paint this something like so. Let me see, it's not bad. something like so. Then go here to this color part, select it, and just make a mask. You will need the mask for that. That's nice. And then use a black brush, really soft, maybe 10% for example, and yeah, really soft, and 10% opacity, and just paint here like so. Okay, and almost erase everything here. Okay, that's nice. And I want to use the blur tool here and to blur this part here because it's more away from the handle and it will be blurrier. Okay, like so. And here too. That's nice. That's really nice. Let me see. Yeah, great. Again, let's go down and find the shadow here from the layer mask, and just again use a brush and paint this with soft brush because I want to make this part a little bit brighter. Okay, and if you want to make it darker like so, you can make it darker like here. Or if you want to make brighter, just use white color and paint over the mask. But that's it, you got a point. All right, let's make this part even brighter. Something like so. Right guys, that's great for now. The next step, what we can do, if you remember my color theory tutorial, you can find the link here. We can make this woman even more pop up out of this image. How to do that? Well, let's go to the image and let's see. The main color here is this skin tone yellowish orange color. And we can use some blue color, almost complementary color, to make this woman even pop more out of this image. We will make a background bluish. Let's go to the background here, background color, and just use some light blue, like so. Let me see. Really light blue. Okay, like so. And we can make a vignette with the curves, for example. Let's make this blue darker. Then let's use elliptic marquee tool and make ellipse like so. Right, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let me see, just adjust a little bit. Okay, and just fill that with black. All right, and go to the curves and double click on that and just feather this as much as you find it good for this image. Of course, you can then go again down to the background color and change, maybe make it even brighter, just touch something like, I don't know, something like so, and that's nice. Then the next step we can do and play with this flower handle, and actually it's the flower itself, and change the luminosity of that. All right, let's make darker, clip that to affect only the flower like so, invert the mask and paint with white color just this part of the handle. Yeah, because it's darker, it's down below. And use another curves, make it lighter. Again, clip it here, invert the mask and make this part even lighter. And make this part darker here. Oh, that's... sorry, that's another layer. Yeah, that's another layer. All right, let's make this part darker like so. Okay, and maybe to use another curve and make some part lighter. Let's invert this and let's invert this. And we want to make this inner part and this part darker, especially this one. And maybe this part here a little bit lighter. And this part down below a little bit darker. Paint light here, like so. And this part even brighter, like so. That's nice. And let me see if I make even this flower lighter, especially this parts here. and this inner part a little bit darker, like so. Maybe it's too much, but it's okay for now. Alright, that's really nice. Let me see. That's really nice. Alright guys, we are finally finished with this composition. The next step will be just to add a little bit of color correction on top of that, and that's it. So let's do that. For that I will merge all layers together with Shift Control Alt E or Shift Command Option E on the Mac. Go to the filters, go to the camera roll, and that's it. Add a little bit of contrast. Okay. And go here to the split toning. I want to add a little bit of the yellowish tint to the highlights. Sorry, something like so. Okay. Like so. And a little bit of the bluish tint to the shadows. Like so. Let me see. Before and after, before and after. Not bad. Maybe a little bit more of the bluish tint, something like so. And we can add even more vignette on that, like so. Maybe dehaze it just for higher contrast. And maybe we can add the blacks even more just to pop this a little bit. All right, before and after, before and after. That's great. Let me see. Yeah, before and after, before and after. That's basically it for today, guys. You can do a lot of things with this image. You can retouch, do dodge and burn, make this even better, to make it even more 3D, to stand out of the background, etc, etc. So much options here. But the point in this tutorial is how to split the head in half and how to fill that gap between, and how to add a flower or something else between those two parts of the head. I hope that you understand this tutorial, and I hope that you like it. And if you have any questions at all, please ask them in a comment below. I will be glad to answer them. See you next week in the next episode. Bye bye. Alright guys, today we will have fun with this